I'm feeling good this morning with a cup of Joe. Dun, 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 dun. Good this morning. Chimera doesn't blow. Dun, 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 dun.
That was pretty spectacular.
Yeah, that was bad.
I am inspired to buy some Chimera coffee.
On that note, just give the coupon code because they're definitely going to just chime in.
Yeah, chimeracoffee.com. Coupon code show
On
the
a
art.
cup of Joe.
And feel like Ames right now on Cloud 9.
Cloud 9, baby.
Our next sponsor is Inverted Gear. Go to invertedgear.com. They have a bunch of gear on there that's inverted. They sell jiu-jitsu stuff, gis, rash guards, shorts, anything you want to train on the mats, they got it. So go to invertedgear.com, type in the coupon code SHOWTHEART15, and you will save yourself some money. Boom. Boom. Ready?
Yep.
3, 2, 1.
What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? You're listening to the Show the Art podcast. We're your host. My name is Ames. Alongside with me is my boy, Abe.
Yes,
what
sir.
up, dog?
What's up, man?
Good, man. How you?
Good. How are you?
Who do we got on today, brother, man?
Today we have black belt in Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu and the prez of Inverted Gear, Nelson Puentes.
Hey.
Nelsinho. How are you, brother?
What's up, guys? How are you?
Good, man. What's going on, man? How's it going?
I am good. Sitting on my couch, enjoying some time home before we take another trip. We've been traveling a lot lately.
I was gonna ask. I was like, what country are you in today?
No, we're in PA. I'm enjoying my couch. I'm sitting next to my dog. We're going to Norway next Sunday.
Nice.
We're gonna go teach at Bergen Grappling for a week, visiting our friends out there.
Nice,
Dope,
man. Is Norway the country where they have that like world famous restaurant Noma? Am I talking about the right country?
I'm not a restaurant guy, so
I don't know, man. I gotta catch up with my chef's table.
Yeah.
Your restaurant game coming at me.
Dude, check it out. If that's Norway, you gotta go. That's it.
No, I think Noma's in Denmark.
Denmark. You're
there
right.
you
Okay.
go. Get your
Crap.
game up.
You're close. You were close.
Okay. So you got to go to Denmark after then.
Oh, I love Denmark, man. We've been to Copenhagen twice, and
sorry.
they do have really good food.
Yeah.
Nice,
man.
Especially if you like smoked fish.
Yeah.
They're smoked fish, black belt level.
Dope.
Oh, dope, man. How many places have you visited? How many countries have you been to?
Oh, that's a good question. I have a spreadsheet now. I have to start keeping track of a spreadsheet.
You got like an accountant calculating how many countries you've been to?
No, I just turned 30, right? So I was like, maybe it's time to stop being a grown up. So we got like life insurance. So we're going through like the life insurance process. It's like, all right, I need to know what countries you've been in the last 2 years. I was like, oh
wow.
And like his little sheet had like 4 spaces. I was like, yeah. You got any more room?
No kidding. What age did you start traveling, or like really traveling all over the place?
That's a good question. Let's see. It was probably last year was 2015 is when we started traveling a lot.
Oh, okay.
Like outside of the U.S. Like I always travel inside of the U.S. I guess. So like I will fly to California for Worlds. I will go to like Atlanta to when I was like affiliated with Alliance. I will go like the instructors courses.
Okay.
But it was all like jiu-jitsu related.
Yeah.
But it was never I never got to really see things because if I went to Worlds, for example, I remember going to Worlds, checking into the hotel, and then my friends were competing, or Dave was competing, and like I was either coaching or I was competing, and then after we were done competing, like a purple or brown belt, I would spend the rest of the time watching the black belt matches.
True.
So I would spend like 10, 12 hours a day in the pyramid and like not see anything really.
Wow. Yeah.
Besides going to In-N-Out after the tournament, I really didn't get to experience California much.
Oh my god!
Well, you got to experience all of it with In-N-Out.
In-N-Out's all right. It's not even that.
It's
good.
like that's all you need.
Yeah, that's all you need.
Really?
Man. Yeah.
You guys are believers of In-N-Out?
No, you're not a big fan of In-N-Out?
Oh, okay, let me give you my honest
What are you, a
opinion.
Shake Shack kind of guy?
No. It tastes like McDonald's. Let's get serious.
Nah.
It was like the same shit.
No way.
even-
disrespectful. I hope everyone from Cali.
Abe, you're coming across foolish right now.
They even copied the McDonald's sauce. Maybe I haven't had McDonald's in a long time, but it was like this.
That is a hot take, brother.
It was like
You could have gave us a heads up with something that heavy.
let's put it that. Let's put it this way. I've had a better
The
burger.
jiu-jitsu community is just revolting right now. It's like,
We lost like
You just
30%.
yeah,
of
your
our
subscribers are like, that's it. Last straw.
We're done.
Don't worry, guys. I'm into In-N-Out. I love In-N-Out. It is delicious, man.
I've had better burgers. Let's put it that way.
Where?
I mean,
your mom make
Like,
it,
this is the
probably.
thing. It's like, you can have better burgers,
Yeah.
but for like a fast food joint, I
True.
think
Absolutely. I
that's
agree.
where you go.
I'm with you, man.
You know what? Maybe I need a.
You can't say
Maybe I need to try it
McDonald's.
again.
Yeah, you gotta try it again
Yeah.
and then again. And
But
then
granted,
again.
I haven't had McDonald's in like 15 years.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So
Oh, yeah, I mean,
Yeah, I haven't been to McDonald's in like, I think 12, 15 years
Yeah.
also.
I wonder if
I
there's-
remember, sorry, go ahead.
No, go ahead. I just wonder if their stock is like dropping because I don't hear anything a lot about
True,
McDonald's
true.
anymore.
I've seen a couple
Everyone
close.
becoming like more health conscious
Yeah.
and the rise of like Chick-fil-A and all that stuff. But go ahead.
The
Yeah,
rise
well,
of-
no, when I travel with Riley is like a little McDonald's addict. Riley Bodycom.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So he gets mad at me. It's like, oh, let's go to McDonald's. I was like, no. I was like, I'll go in there with you. I'm not gonna order anything. Like,
Yeah. Are you?
I was like, we gotta drive tomorrow. It's like,
I
you don't
know.
want like, I don't want my stomach to experience McDonald's for the first time in 15 years before we take a long trip.
Yeah, not in this temple. It's not entering this
No.
temple.
Are you still on that? What were you on, a ketogenic diet before? Are you still on one of those?
Ketogenic diet, man, like it's tough with the traveling. And when I go to Germany, we just went to Germany for the winter camp, Germany and Austria,
Yeah.
and it's really hard to do over there. Especially like since I started ketogenic diet, I stopped drinking beer at home,
Okay.
but I will drink beer in Europe. That's like my.
That's your thing.
It's like such a big cultural thing. Like everybody wants to hang out with you and drink beer. I'm like, I like
Yeah.
I'm not a big fan of like German or Austrian wine.
Okay.
So usually that's my replacement. But over there, I'm like I don't like the wine here. But
Okay.
True. So
I love their beer.
so
So
you
I
have to
just
drink beer.
drink
Like,
beer. Now that we're back into it. I'm trying to lose my holiday weight. Between the holidays, I visited my grandma in December,
Ooh.
and like
She-
every time you spend a week with grandma, you're gonna
That's
put some
true.
pounds on.
Yeah, man. Anytime you're a grandma, get ready.
gotta wear them sweatpants.
Don't even think about any kind of diet if you're visiting the
Hell yeah.
family, man.
No.
That's just silly.
Yeah.
And where does your grandmother live?
South of Chile. She lives in
Chile.
Quinchamalí.
Nice,
nice, man.
So you're going back to Chile. How many times have you been to Chile?
Last few, like I've been back twice since I moved to the U.S.
Okay.
And now I'm trying to make it a yearly thing.
Nice.
I had told my grandma I was gonna go in. We went August of last year, and then I told her I was gonna go back August of this year because I wanted to go snowboarding and skiing in Chile.
Mm-hmm.
It was like I got bit by the bug last year,
Nice.
and like the trip didn't come together. Like something else happened. I think I probably whoever I was going with decided not to go anymore. So I was like, oh, I don't know if I want to go in the winter or rather go in the summer.
Okay.
Whatever. Because I haven't been back in the summer yet. Because August is winter down there, and then summer is like December, January. So I talked to Hillary. We ended up going. We'll go later in the year, and then like around September, my grandma called me. She's like, hey,
Let's go.
you said you were coming in August. I was like, oh, grandma, yeah, that fell through, whatever. But
Yeah.
I've been so busy. Like I'll plan it soon. She's like, look, I'm 90.
Listen, you gotta get.
I'm not gonna be around forever. So
She
I
put
was
the
like,
she,
okay, I'll book a flight right now.
she put the neon belly type of pressure on you.
Yeah, no, she don't play, man.
Yeah, man.
Do you have any tips for travelers? Like how? What's the best way to travel and not get sick? Like long flights. Do you have any tips that you could give us?
Oh, good question. You know what we started doing? Emergency. Like those little package you mix with water.
Yeah.
Have one emergency with melatonin,
Okay.
and then that's the stuff you take to go to sleep.
Yeah.
So we're taking that packet and taking it before we fly, so you get like the extra vitamins to fight off whatever bug might be on the plane,
Sure.
and it helps you go to sleep on like long flights, so you're not super jet lagged when you land.
So did you go to sleep? Are you able to fall asleep on a flight?
I've gotten a lot better at it.
Okay.
Hillary is the grandmaster. She
Yeah.
Really?
is a coral belt. Only sleep in airplanes. I swear to God, every time we get on a plane, before the plane takes off, she's out.
That's me.
Damn.
Yeah, I'm like that.
I can't sleep yet, man. I've
Really?
been on a bunch of flights. I'm like, I'm up.
Wow.
I
knock
try to
out
go to sleep,
really
I'm up.
fast, man.
Yeah?
Like the moment I'm seated, I put my bag on the overhead.
You
I'm out.
lucky son.
Yeah.
Ah.
Yeah. I just feel bad for
Like,
everyone
what's the-
else.
What's the reason you can't go to sleep? Like, are you uncomfortable? Are you nervous?
No, I'm not nervous.
He's nervous.
I'm uncomfortable.
Because he's nervous.
Like I can't sleep. I guess I can't sleep sitting up.
Mm.
You know, maybe
Okay.
that's my problem. Maybe I need to find a way that my body
I
can
gotta
relax.
send you a link. We got these pillows. They're like sideways instead of like the fluffy ones that go on like the back of your neck.
Yeah.
That thing all it does is like makes my head go forward.
Yeah.
True.
Plus they're so goofy. But there's these ones that like it almost looks like a scarf when you put it around, and then it has like support, so you go like sideways. So you like lean your head on your shoulder kinda, and like has like a 45-degree angle.
Mm.
And we've tried those, and they're really good. I like them a
Really?
lot. Plus, it's like they pack very small.
And is it easy to carry? Because that's another thing. I don't want to be carrying like a million things on planes.
No, it's small enough.
I gotta check that out. Send me that link. Because we've been doing a lot of traveling lately, and that's the one thing, man. Like I need my sleep.
Sleep, yeah. Especially when you go like to Europe or, I mean, like if you go like farther than Europe, like you go Asia or anywhere,
Mhm.
like you're gonna be messed up anyway. But I remember like the first time we went to Copenhagen, we landed. It was like overnight flight, and we landed like 7 a.m. there,
Oh.
and I didn't sleep at all. And it was winter, so I remember going to a museum in Copenhagen like at 1 o'clock. I got out of the museum at 3, and it was like pitch dark. I was like, oh.
Yikes.
It was like if I want to stay awake, I'm gonna need some serious coffee right now.
Uh-huh. Yeah, like I'm going to Egypt next month in the end of February. So it's a flight to, I think, Germany, 7 hours overnight, and then like a 2 or 3 hour layover, and then like a 4 hour flight to Egypt.
Nice.
So-
Where are you flying into Germany?
I forgot. It's like I don't even remember. Somewhere.
Somewhere. It's like
Yeah. There's a
German sounded
yeah.
place.
It's just whatever the flight got me to, that's what I took, whatever
It's
flight
probably
worked.
like Berlin or Frankfurt, like the big hubs. I
Yeah.
believe.
But that's going to suck cuz like you leave at 6 p.m. here, is overnight, but you get there in like the morning or like mid-afternoon,
Mhm.
and then I still got to wait and fly another direction to another
I
continent.
mean, at least it's only one layover.
True.
True. But I'm trying to figure out how I should pattern my sleep cycles so I could catch up, so I could get on the up and up when I get there. You know what I'm saying?
That first flight, you gotta try to sleep as much as possible on that first flight.
Yeah.
True. That's good luck to you. Maybe that melatonin might help out. I
True.
don't know if you
You
ever
gotta try
checked-
that melatonin, baby.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try that and the
actually
pillow.
might help out. Hey, no, I got a question. What are your top 3 places that you visited, including like jujitsu training? Like, where to if like people want to go somewhere to train jujitsu and have like go to like someplace beautiful, what would be your top 3 places you would suggest?
All right. Number one, in my mind, Copenhagen.
Okay,
I really like Copenhagen. I think it's a really cool city.
Okay.
There's a bunch of gyms in the city now.
nice.
So there's not Christian used to run like BJ Globetrotters headquarters used to be over there. School's called CSA,
Mhm.
and it's a beautiful school. It's a giant gym. What's his name? I'm blanking out. But there's a bunch of schools in the city now,
Okay,
so you have like places to choose. I think that's a really cool destination. Plus, it's like it's a very cool city because it's like very walkable. You can just walk everywhere,
Oh,
and if
okay.
it's a little bit farther than that, you have public transportation, or you can rent a bike. The bike lanes over there are amazing,
Nice.
and like people are actually respectful of the bikes. Unlike here, like
Yeah.
big cities have bike lanes, but I feel like I'm gonna
Yeah,
die every time.
nobody cares.
Every time, yeah, nobody cares.
Yeah.
So they have very good bike culture.
Okay.
What's another place for good jiu-jitsu and training?
South America, anywhere South
I mean,
America?
Costa Rica, I would say, I think it's a beautiful country. We run a camp there every year.
Uh-huh.
It's called with my friend Kevin. But San Jose, which is like the capital, has a bunch of good gyms. Fernando Moya is over there.
Mhm.
He's a Danaher black belt,
Nice.
and he's I call him the most interesting man alive. He speaks like 5 languages. He's like he got like he went to school in Germany. Has like a veterinary degree.
Damn.
He's amazing. He kicks the shit out of me every time I roll with him. Like I feel like no matter what I do, Fernando's gonna armbar me.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Dope. And you're a big guy.
The Athletic Advance, I believe is the name of the school, and like there's a bunch of good guys that travel a lot and they compete. They have this one big guy. He's a brown belt now. He just won the Abu Dhabi Pro purple belt.
Okay.
Heavyweight. His nickname is Pichon, which means like little bird. But yeah, he's awesome.
Nice.
I remember like the first time I rolled with him, I was like, oh, look at this big purple belt. I was like, oh, this should be fun. And then he's like getting ready to go to the tournament, and I'm like, stomach full of cerveza from the last night. And Pichon is just like 100% competition mode. I was like, oh no.
That's
Start
a rude
sweating
awakening.
before the match even starts.
Yeah.
You don't need coffee when you're rolling against that guy.
Yeah. What else?
And
What is it? I think the last one was in Tokyo.
Nice.
I think going to Japan, if you're a martial artist,
Okay.
it's kind of like coming home.
Yeah.
I think like all of us have been influenced a little bit by like Japanese culture. We're into martial arts.
Yes.
So it's being in Tokyo, or like walking by the Kodokan.
Mhm.
I've been a big fan of Juki Nakai for years. Like anyone saw like Choke
Yeah.
documentary,
Yeah.
and like all like Japanese MMA, all the guys that came out of Para Extra.
Mhm.
So like my friend brought me, like my friend trains there. My friend Aaron, he brought us over there. We got to meet Juki. I got to roll with a bunch of his black belts.
Cool.
Wow.
That's pretty awesome.
Especially if you're a little dude. If you're like a featherweight, roosterweight, you'll be in heaven. There's like all these badass like black belt roosterweight guys, like one Europeans win that, or like place of the Europeans that they should open every year.
Wow.
Yeah. Dope. So how did you feel rolling with all these like 145ers? Just
Dude, they don't care, bro. They'll take your back, choke you out. They don't care.
were
Real
you swatting
fast.
them like flies back and forth? 'Cause
No.
you're not a small guy.
I'm a gentle giant, bro.
There you go.
Dope. So where is the best jiu-jitsu out of all your travels? Like where have you felt the most condensed competitiveness from guys?
That's a good question. I
Ooh.
don't know. I mean, like
America?
when I travel, especially like jiu-jitsu globetrotter camps, it's kind of it's kind of like we like the mindset is different. It's not like a competition camp where like everybody's getting ready for Worlds or Pants. It's like
Yeah.
a lot more chill. I would say like Europe is catching up definitely,
Okay.
especially like UK and like the western side of Europe is definitely catching up.
Mhm.
There's like so many good gyms and so many good guys coming out of there.
Mhm.
But I still feel like the level in the United States, like either like West Coast or the East Coast, like New York or like LA, San Diego, is still like fairly high.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
I feel like.
yeah, sorry.
Go ahead. Sorry.
I was gonna say that has a lot to do with guys moving from other countries and settling in those areas.
Mhm.
Yeah, it's really fascinating. I mean, like I'm from Chile, and like Chile is still like is its infancy. Like you can count, like you can count the number of black belts in Chile with your hands,
Okay.
and like that's right next to Brazil.
Yeah.
Mm.
I gotcha.
And then like like you can go to school in New York or New Jersey or like LA, and like you have 20 black belts.
Yeah.
True.
You
In
can
one
bump
school.
into a black belt like
Yeah.
at McDonald's.
So now, like Europe's getting to that point too. Like the schools have been there for a long time now are just like those guys are coming through, and like now you have more black belts.
Mm.
One interesting thing, like every time I go to Germany, is like there's a lot of luta libre guys.
Really? Huh. In Germany.
So like in Germany, yeah. So like a bunch. I guess when like everything started blowing up, the first guys to get Germany were like luta libre guys instead of jiu-jitsu guys. So there's like a giant luta libre
Wow.
community.
Dope. So they got
Germany.
there first, essentially.
Yeah, pretty much.
Nice.
So when
Yeah.
Naga comes into town, those nogi divisions, you got all the luta libre guys.
What do you think
Getting
about
ready.
what do you think about the nogi like the nogi tournaments now? The direction the competitive mindset has gone is more people wanting to go for leg locks and just leg attacks. Like that's that's most of what you see at nogi tournaments these days. It's crazy because a couple years ago it wasn't like that. What do you think about this whole movement?
Yeah, I mean, for a while it was like frowned upon. It was like a dirty
Yeah.
move. I remember when I was coming up, like nobody wanted to train him, and then there was like guys getting kicked out of gyms for doing leg locks.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
And
You know?
it was like just kind of Yeah, frowned upon is a good word. I'm trying to think of another one. It was just like something you kind of. It's not jujitsu if you do it, essentially.
Yeah,
Right?
like I forget somebody talking about like he competing in Brazil and getting booed because he tapped a Brazilian guy with a foot lock.
Yeah. Was it Eddie
wow.
Bravo? Was he talking about that?
Might have been, I don't know. You know what? It was funny. Like I feel like the turning point was
Uh
Abu Dhabi Marcelo versus Rico Rodriguez.
huh. When he got slammed.
Remember, like he got slammed, like that match when
Yeah.
he got slammed. He had the back, he couldn't get the finish, and then like he finished him with a full.
Oh
like
yeah,
a heel
that's
hook.
right. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, so how long has this been, or when did it start? Like around what year
What?
did everything start transitioning from like those knee bars being frowned upon? Because I'm still new to
It's like
this. so-
3 years.
Okay, so not that long ago.
No, 2 years.
mean,
maybe.
Like there's been a few like waves, and then like sometimes it doesn't catch on. But I
Okay.
remember like let's say 2010, 2011. Remember Cavaca?
Yeah.
Cavaca was foot looking everybody.
Okay.
Mm.
Like Botinha, he would call it Botinha because he has like he's not a straight foot lock because like he bends the foot.
Mhm.
He's like the Sambo style
yes,
foot lock.
yes. Like a steamer lock style.
Okay.
Yeah, like he learned it from like I remember reading an article. I guess he trained with like Rolly Delgado, which is like he's like a very good American Sambo guy. He's a black belt in jiu-jitsu as well.
Uh-huh.
And like you showed him like his details, and then like Kabak adapted it to his game, and plus he's a giant dude, so he started taking foots off.
Oh.
Oh wow.
And then like like people were like, oh, like maybe there's something to this. And then like I remember like Tarsus Humphreys like won a bunch of more matches by knee bar.
Mm-hmm.
Like nobody complained about that. Remember like Homolo got hurt one year. I forget what year it was. Like in the finals, like Tarsus knee bar him and like popped his knee.
Oh.
Yeah, and that was the thing too. Like straight ankles and knee bars were they started to gain like a little momentum, like you're saying, in competition. But it
Yeah.
wasn't like I'm not trying to pass the guard. I'm just going for these things. That mentality. Now that mentality
I
has
mean,
become that.
The thing is like that's been around. I mean like if you talk to like Ryan or Riley, he's like he's like doing leg locks against like high level jiu-jitsu guys is not a new idea.
Mm-hmm.
It's just really hard to do.
Yeah, but now everybody's doing it, not just high level jiu-jitsu guys.
It and like it is
my
it is
point.
a thing now, and like especially with like all the notoriety that like the EVIs have gotten, and then like
Yeah.
people getting to see it live, and then like same with like Polaris matchups,
Okay.
or even that one promotion that shall not be mentioned.
The one that hasn't had a event in a couple months.
Yeah,
I know which one.
The
you're
one
talking-
that owes a lot of people money. Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
Isn't that guy fighting
And, like-
in 2 days?
I don't care. But yeah, like
Anyway, yeah.
Moving on.
moving on. Yeah, the foot locks like definitely got notoriety. It's definitely it is cool. Like I like that it's happening.
Yeah.
Okay.
And what's it called? Five Grappling is gonna do heel hooks in the gi this year and reaping.
Nice.
Like it is silly that we like you're competing like an incomplete rule set when I mean having that like I don't want to attack IBJJF rules. Like if that's what you want,
Yeah,
that's fine. But there's like the rule system has been in place and it got gamed. Like people figure out is like if I bearing ball or like with double guard pull and like I stay at the bottom,
Hmm.
like it's really hard to beat that game in the
in the IBJJF.
IBJJF
Yeah.
rule book.
I see.
And that's
But
fine if you're
putting
entering that.
if you're putting your legs out there and I'm allowed to reap and put you like in a reaping control position,
Yeah.
it'd be a lot harder for you to play that game.
Absolutely, yeah. Especially because
Especially if I can heel hook.
your legs are dangling at that point.
Yeah, especially if you're not fighting a Miao because the Miaos are not gonna tap to it anyway.
That's
but
true. That's true.
the rest of the world
Hmm.
that cares about walking, you'll be able to
Yeah.
Different
We,
story.
we're actually
competitive advantage.
we're actually thinking of putting on a like with the finishers tournament that we've been doing, putting on a gi version.
Oh,
One
dope.
division, 16 guys.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Now, let me ask you, speaking about that, one issue that I was having is because it's kind of invite only. With no gi, you can invite whoever you want. Anybody's going to compete. But with the gi, guys are wearing belts. It's clear who's what rank.
Yeah.
So do we just make it black belt division? Do we make it a black and brown belt division? Which should,
I think this is the thing.
Yeah.
Like as we progress as a sport, we got really picky about that stuff.
Mhm.
But for like a long time, I remember like you would go to Naga and it was like purple, brown, and black belt.
in one.
in one division,
Yeah.
and then like the girls division were like that until like
Yeah.
a few years ago.
The girls were always like that. Yeah. I
Yeah,
always
if
thought
you
because it
talk to
wasn't
like
many.
Hanette, if you talk like Hanette Stack or Emily Kwok and those girls like Valerie Worthington, they're like, yeah, like we competed. It was kind of like just whatever. It's like whoever showed up.
Yeah.
And then it progressed, and then I think for a while it was like white and blue, and then purple, brown, and black.
Mm-hmm.
But I really don't think it's a big deal.
Yeah.
A lot of people go into because I remember trying to being like in Grappler's Quest when I was like a purple belt and trying to get brown belt matches.
Nice.
Interesting.
And then like especially because like brown belt divisions were always thin. I'd be like, hey, like I can go up by brown belt if you need a match. And then a lot of people like, no, I want to fight
a purple belt. Yeah, that's the issue. It's
purple belt.
It's not the lower ranks issue. It's the higher rank who might not see it as a win-win if he fights the lower.
Yeah, the one time that let me do it, they didn't have anyone for my instructor Kevin. His name is Kevin. He was a brown belt.
Fought Kevin, right?
Well, that was like a different time. But like one time in Grappler's Quest, Kevin didn't have a match. Like, oh, we have a purple belt for you. He's really good. Whatever. He's like, his name is Nelson. He's like, that's my student.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, yeah. That's when things were thin. Like there wasn't as many people to compete. Now there's tons of people. Like I can easily make a 60-man black belt division sub only EBI rules. I'll get 16 guys. But should I open it to brown and black? Make it a little interesting. I mean, if you sign up, you sign up.
Sorry, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if you sign up to it, you sign up to it. It's not like I'm throwing this. Oh, by the way, there's gonna be brown belts in it later on.
Yeah,
it's kind of like, yeah.
The other thing though, like that was not an issue before is now you have blue belts that have been training for 10 years. You have these kids that started training when they were 10 or 12.
True.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And they are tapping black belts in competition.
Yeah.
Like, what's his name?
Gutierrez? Is that his name?
No, Jimenez. He's Raul Jimenez's son. I forget his first name.
He's good. He's really good.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I forget his name, but yeah, Gatrik's his dad. I know his dad. His dad is awesome too. And he's
a blue belt. Dude. He's like 17 or something like that, and
he's tapping out people all over the place.
He's tapping out brown belts to everybody.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Cobrinha's kid's supposed to be really good too. He's been winning a lot. Actually, I think he just lost at the Europeans in the first round yesterday.
Did he really?
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah. No,
yeah, but that's a tough tournament, and anything can happen.
True.
But you got these guys that maybe they start training early, or they have a black belt dad.
Yeah.
And the map forever.
Or they have a black belt dad who is one of the best of all time, who has a school with like 1,000 people in it.
And they get to they spend 6 hours a day on the mat.
Yeah. Personal training, the whole nine.
Because that's the thing we gotta realize now is like when we talk about the average to get to black belt, it was like it's like 12 years.
Yeah.
Right. That's what you always heard. But it was 12 years when people were training 3 times a week because that's the only classes that were available.
Okay.
Now you have these kids that are spending 3-4 hours a day on the mat. And they're training in the morning, they're training at night, every day.
Accelerated.
Yeah. Like we have this kid who just joined. He moved into the area, stepped into our school. Hey, what's up, man? I want to train. I want to do this full time. And Nelson, when I say he's here every class, he's here every friggin' class.
Yeah,
and he takes the Muay Thai class.
You gotta kick him out of the gym because they're drilling afterwards.
No, we don't kick him out. We hired him to help with the kids' classes. So now he's here even more classes. But he got his first stripe on his white belt in like 3.5 weeks.
Yeah, less than a month.
Because he did he did like 40 classes, which is the amount of like 3 months for most people. Like he did a condensed amount, and you felt like, wow, this kid learned so much, and he's doing so well in that such a little time. So to go with your point, there's kids out there that can just spend all their time in the gym.
Yeah,
I don't know. So you don't think what are your thoughts on these guys that get black belts in 3 years, 4 years? It's not a big deal anymore, right?
If you spend the requirement of hours and you're rolling at that level,
it is what it is.
Who cares?
Yeah.
Like I remember when the IBJJF passed the guidelines.
Yeah, it was a certain amount of years, and then
a lot of the people were pissed in the community. I mean, it's like a silly thing. I remember Dominica was like a big case. Like she couldn't compete
because she was too young.
Yeah, she wasn't a purple belt or brown belt long enough. I forget what it was.
So,
or she wasn't old enough to be a brown belt, I believe.
wow. Well, so what was the rule set? I'm not aware of the.
You got
have
to spend X amount of years at every belt. I believe what was it, like 2 a white belt, 2 a purple belt,
Yeah.
Okay.
something like that. And then you have to be 17 or 16.
16 for blue.
16 for brown belt, 16 for purple belt, 17 for brown belt, 18 for black belt, something like that.
Wow. It's like driving a car.
I thought it was 16 for blue too.
I think 14 might be for blue.
14.
Oh.
Oh. Okay. Either or, whatever.
Regardless, there's an age limit.
Yeah, there's an age limit.
There's an age limit.
Oh wow.
Are they still holding that down?
I believe so.
What do you think?
I believe like that kid we were talking about. I believe he's not old enough to be a purple belt.
Yeah.
Raul Jimenez.
Is it
Raul's son.
Is his name Robert? Maybe. For some reason,
I think so.
That's ringing in my ear.
Let's. I got my computer next to me. Let's see.
Mm-hmm.
Let's check Facebook real quick.
Yeah.
Google it. Still check. Keep going. Keep going.
Oh, we get in there.
Almost.
In 3, 2,
Uh-oh.
1, go.
Oh, well, Facebook
Didn't he
letting me down, but
do the
we'll
Honor
get there.
Invitational?
Yeah, we'll get there.
I think he did the Honor Invitational, if you look at that.
yeah.
Poor kid. We don't even know his name. He is a blue belt, though.
But his name.
I think it's Roberto.
Yeah. That for some reason that's like sticking in my head.
Mhm.
It's
Yeah, I think it's Roberto. Yeah.
Roberto Jimenez. But
No.
yeah, there's a wave of young guys that are
coming up.
that I stay away from.
Good to know.
Yeah.
So I guess I should stay away from them as
Sure.
well.
Just follow my
I'll just
lead.
follow your lead.
Yeah.
And Nelson, what's your training like during the week? Like how many times you're training? During what times? What's it like?
I was actually just gonna write an article about this because,
Uh-oh.
like, for a while I was, like, when you work from home and you make your own schedule.
Yeah.
No, we don't know that.
And absolutely not.
It's the hard thing is you can do whatever you want, and then like doesn't mean you should do that. So I was
Yeah.
training like twice a day,
Okay.
and I was like living in Philadelphia, so I was training like BJJ United, which is a very tough room.
Okay.
So I was getting it was like a meat grinder every day,
Mhm.
Yeah.
getting start from the feet every day, like very hard, tough classes.
Yeah.
And after I was doing that for like a year, and like it just burned me out.
Mm-hmm.
I kept getting injured.
Mm.
And the other thing is like I felt like I wasn't as creative or doing as much thing for inverted gear as I could have,
Okay.
because all my energy was going into training, and like I don't compete anymore. So it's like, why? It's like, why am I
Yeah.
doing this?
Why are you killing
True.
yourself?
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely.
Yeah. So I've turned it down a lot. I've been doing a lot of like actual like lifting, like weights.
Okay.
It's injury prevention.
True.
I feel like my lower back is gotten like weak, so I've been like working on that a lot.
Mm.
I was like,
Nice.
'Cause you're sitting down in that chair all day writing articles.
yeah, that's what it is. That blog, the blog life,
Blog
Yeah.
hashtag
Dropping
blog
knowledge bombs all over the
life.
place.
Hashtag Reddit life. This guy's
that Reddit life.
all.
Yeah.
You're still all over Reddit, aren't you?
Yeah, somebody's arguing with me on Reddit right now. Really? Keeps popping up.
Son of a.
So what kind of exercise are you doing?
Because Ames is a strength and conditioning coach. That's why he's.
I know Ames is the man. I gotta
It
pick
gets-
his brain soon.
What'd you say?
I've been doing 3 days a week,
Okay.
and then one big, like always, squats.
Okay.
Squats, and I've been doing bench with like a pretty close grip.
Okay. That's
Keep
good.
my shoulders nice and healthy. Tuck those elbows in.
Yeah, man. That's
And one day is like a full body. I'll do like I start with deadlifts, nothing
Okay.
too crazy.
okay.
I like set to 5, and then like use like mellow, but like I try to explode on the way up, put it down nice and slow,
Nice.
and then military presses.
Dope.
Mm.
Yeah.
Then
Core
lots of
movements.
pull-ups, lots of body weight stuff.
What's your pull-up game looking like right now? What's your pull-up count?
Oh, I be big these days, so like not that good,
Pull-ups are
But
actually my weakest.
I can hit like 10 chin-ups.
Okay,
Nice.
that's
Yeah.
pretty good.
That's good. That's
That's
really
better
good.
than most.
Yeah.
that is better than most.
That's good for a big fella. When you're 220.
Yeah,
It ain't
man.
easy.
It's not
Yeah.
easy. I tell everyone it's like carrying a weighted vest.
I bet.
When
yeah.
when I look at like some of the lighter guys at the gym, like, oh, well,
Yeah.
you don't got a 20-pound vest on.
Hell
like,
yeah. Or a
doing
50
pull-ups.
pound
Yeah,
vest.
man.
Yeah. No, that's so true. I mean, I'm 150. I could fly through those.
Yeah,
bullets
you
like it's
can.
nobody's business.
I've seen you.
But if I had a 50-pound vest on, it'd
you'll be
like two.
flying.
I'll do like one. Yeah.
That's cool though, man. I'll take it.
So Nelson, I wanted to ask you, for Vertigear, how many times per week do you get emails from these Mr. Abdul Hassins that are selling you merchandise, and they do all these like, sales promotions from Pakistan about, hey, we sell custom gear and all this stuff?
We get like 2-3 a day.
It's crazy, right? Because I don't even.
Dear sir, madam.
Dear sir, yeah, I get those like once a day at least.
Really?
It's so annoying.
When you're a brand, and like it's work for us because there's like a chamber of commerce in Pakistan, and like they have to like write down who they're dealing with, like the factories. So like all the factories know who's actually making geese over there.
Okay.
So we get like even more emails.
Yeah, you get even more flooded. Yeah. Every day it's like, dear sir, madam, or
you know what's
yeah.
We got it at one point. I got an email from a factory that I reached out when I was just starting, and they said no because my order was too small.
Yeah.
So they sent me an email like years later. It's like, hey, it's like, we'd like to work with you guys.
How
so
are
like
things
I
going?
forwarded him like the email he sent me like 2 years before.
Oh, burn! That's a good one.
How'd that taste?
They're starting to get.
I was like, he's like,
Sorry, buddy. They're starting to get creative, Nelson. I've been seeing like in the subject line, it's not dear sir, madam. It says like as if they're replying to you, and then it'll say subject.
Yeah, the game getting stronger.
Yeah.
They're evolving. They're like
evolving.
4 striped purple belts in sales now.
Those Pakistan manufacturer vultures, man.
They're good, man.
They're good.
Well, the problem is, like, I've heard this from a few people. Like, I heard some horror stories. Is like a lot of these guys like reach out to you. They're not actual factories.
Yeah,
I was
that's what you gotta be careful about.
That's tough.
It's just some dude sitting at his house sending emails, and then like you put an order with him. We go down the street to the factory and have the factory make it, and he'll do that, and then you order like 50 geese, then you order 100 geese, and then when you put a big order in, you never saw that dude again.
True. Yeah. So they string you along.
Good luck tracking that guy down in Pakistan.
So this is a good question, and obviously you don't have to answer it, but what would a guy to do if he was looking to actually make a real connection? Like if there's so many fakers out there, just you have to physically go there and try to make a real connection?
No. Alibaba.com?
Alibaba.com? That's
Alibaba.com.
a real thing?
You never heard about Alibaba.com? It's like one of the like biggest websites on the planet.
Seriously? No, I don't.
Yeah, like that's you connect with like anything, dude. It's amazing.
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
Nope, he's not lying.
Anything like you connect it straight with the factory, and then you can find the real factories, and they're rated, and how long they've been on the website, and then like people from the website go and check them out for like safety and like the whole thing.
Oh, yeah.
So if I go to Alibaba.com right now and I order a pair of sunglasses, they will come to me.
Well, you gotta order like 1,000 sunglasses because you're dealing with the factory.
Oh,
global trade.
Okay, it's a
here.
factory thing.
I'm looking at it right now.
Okay, so I can't just go on there and find somebody and buy one thing. I have to buy.
This
bulk.
isn't eBay.
I believe there's another website called Alibaba Express, and they will sell like smaller quantity stuff.
Gotcha.
Let me check
All right.
that out.
Nice. Yeah.
But I bought my nephew like through Alibaba Express like a set of like bootleg Legos.
Why buy bootleg?
Because it's cheaper.
Because Legos are so expensive, so it was like a giant set with like everything. But like the same factory that makes Legos or made Legos at one point.
Yeah. What were they called?
Super cheap.
Was it Lego with 2 L's? Yego?
I forget what it was, but no, it wasn't.
It's called Fagos.
Got 3 G's? No.
I just typed in Alibaba Express and it was a restaurant. Maybe
Oh
I'll Google something else.
Okay, Nelson, food. Where was your favorite food? What country?
Oh, good question.
That's a good question. A different question. Where was your favorite dish from what country?
Okay. I just got back from Germany.
Okay.
We were in Munich. That is the Bavaria region of Germany.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of people in Chile, in the south of Chile, from that region. So I grew up going to German restaurants with my parents called Bavaria.
Okay.
Bavaria?
So yeah, like Bavaria, yeah, like the Spanish edition. So going to Germany, being like in that region and like eating the real thing was pretty cool for me. There's one dish is like it's called Schweinehaxel.
Schweinhaxel.
That just sounds cool.
Shrine haxel, and it's like big. It's like like translation is like pig knuckle,
Okay.
but it's just like a piece of the leg, and it's like slow roasted, and it has like the skin on the outside, and it's like the skin is like crackling. It's like super crunchy,
Whoa.
and then it's like super soft, like tender meat on the inside. Oh, that was so good.
You sold.
And that was
So,
that
yeah,
was
I ate that like 3 times while I was
I
in
would have
Germany.
too.
that was pork or beef or
Pork.
Oh,
Yeah,
it's pork.
pork.
So
Yeah.
everything at Schweinnackel is pork.
Shrine haxel.
Haxel. there we
Yeah,
go.
any swine is
It's pig.
pork.
So I'm pretty sure Abe won't be visiting.
Yeah.
Yeah, Abe is like, oh,
Ah,
okay.
son
But
of
you
a-
know who will be
Uh,
going
I
there?
mean,
Me.
So that's your favorite dish that you've.
I mean, that's up there. The things I have. Well, sushi in Japan, I think, just takes it.
Man,
Okay.
Like I love sushi. Being able to eat sushi in Japan was pretty cool.
nice.
When we landed in Osaka, like I asked the restaurant. We flew from. We were in Seoul, and then we went from Seoul to Osaka, and then we are gonna go to take the train to Kyoto the next day.
Mhm.
So we spent one night in Osaka. There's like a castle inside the city that's really cool. There's this
Dope.
little, I forget the name of the neighborhood, but it's like kind of like Times Square with like all the lights and stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
So we went there, and then we went to get food, and then I asked the restaurant, like, "Hey, it was a good like sushi restaurant in walking distance." They're like, "Oh, just go over here." It's like like the neighborhood place. We go in, there's like no English menu whatsoever.
Oh.
That's the best
I'm
spot.
like, "Ooh, it's like this legit." So I had to like patch together my terrible Japanese to order food,
Mm.
Damn, that must have been tough.
and the chef like was like laughing at my bad Japanese, and then I put the picture on Facebook that he made us like this sashimi thing and like spelled out welcome.
Oh,
Nice.
Like
nice.
pieces of tuna and salmon.
That's pretty awesome.
That's probably delicious.
But eating sushi in Japan, yeah, it's really cool. Like the fish is like so fatty. It's amazing.
Oh yeah, man.
So Japan sushi, Munich.
Yes, Japan sushi was awesome. What else?
Have you been to Africa?
I love prosciutto. Like I love like deli meats. So
Oh,
when we're in Italy, there's like little like deli meat stores, and you go and you get like a cutting board, like all different like
variety.
charcuterie.
Nice, man. So eating prosciutto in Italy is like the thing, right? That's their thing. Deli meats.
Yeah.
Nice.
I mean, growing up in New Jersey, you know about the prosciutto.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. All day.
Yeah,
You
I
can
mean,
go
our
there.
gym is in Lyndhurst, and it's straight up an Italian town. Like,
Yeah,
you
man.
can't
Yeah.
turn left without seeing an Italian guy.
And I wasn't. I just moved here. Maybe just recently. But I moved. I just got familiar with the northern area. It's
Uh-huh.
all Italian over here. And
Yeah.
Just everything I eat, majority of the time is
Yeah.
Italian. It's good. I'm not complaining. I like it.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was trying
can
to
tell.
stay. I was trying to stay on my keto game in Italy. So I was like, yeah, I need prosciutto.
Yeah, and you're good. Yeah, that'll help you out big time.
So, have you been to any African countries?
No, I think that's definitely on the list. I think I either want to go to Morocco
Okay.
or South Africa.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay.
So if anyone's listening and wants to host me for a seminar, you let me know.
Boom.
Oh, true. I always want to visit
Yeah.
South Africa.
Dude, I'm going to Egypt, like I said, end of February. If you want to make a pit stop there, meet me there.
Ooh,
I'll show you around the town.
Ooh.
I'll show you around the town.
no
I'll
pressure.
show you the
It's
people.
like show you the pyramids.
Yeah, I'll introduce you to my people.
He's got some connects.
Yeah.
Got them connects. Yeah, that's the best way to travel when you know somebody, man.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely. And like that's what's cool about jiu-jitsu is you go, you find a gym, you go to the gym, and then like you're instantly friends with all these people because you share something like so big in common.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that's crazy that I can go to Egypt and train jujitsu with somebody and make friends instantly because of it. And then I could go and turn around and go to like Japan, and the same thing will happen. And then go
Yeah,
to
like, I mean,
yeah, it's crazy.
Like where my grandma lives in Chile is like pretty remote,
Mhm.
and like both there's like two big cities nearby. One is Concepcion, which that is an actual large city. It's one of I think it's their largest city in Chile.
Okay.
And they have jiu-jitsu there, and then Chillán, which is a small like city, is like a farming, it's like a city with like a giant farming community outside of it. There's jiu-jitsu there. There's 2 schools now,
Mm.
so
Dope.
it's pretty cool. I got to hang out with those guys.
And Chile is pretty big, right? How many countries does it border? Right.
Let's see. Let's see if I remember my geography when I was a child. You have Argentina to the west, and then Peru and Bolivia to the north.
Mm-hmm. Chile. I might have to go there one day. Is there volcanoes in Chile?
There's lots of volcanoes in Chile.
Perfect.
Okay, well, now
Perfect.
he's going.
Yeah.
Look up Torres del Paine. That is like one of the most beautiful places in the planet. It's like that's in the Patagonia, like all the way south.
Okay.
And that's one of the places I haven't made. I never went there when we lived there, and I haven't made it. It's like all the way south.
Mhm.
I haven't made it there yet, but that's like on the short list of places I want to visit in Chile. That and Easter Island.
Can you go when you go, to visit your grandmother soon?
Yeah, I mean the easiest thing is like flying to Santiago, and then you take a flight to Punta Arenas, which is like all the way south.
Yeah, super south.
Otherwise, it gets tricky. You gotta like cross over into Argentina and then come back in. It's like a mess. But like when you go that far south, like the Chile has like one highway that goes from north to south. It's called Route 5. It's like one road. So like if Chile ever goes to war and like they get rid of that road, the country's a mess.
The country's a
Oh,
mess.
no kidding. No
So
pressure.
Route 5 is like the I-95 of New Jersey, right?
Well, no, I-95 is way bigger than Route 5. Route 5 has it's like a 2-lane road. I mean, it's like 2 lanes each way, but when I was growing up, it was like a 1-lane thing.
Damn.
No.
You could barely fit a bike on that thing.
Yeah, it was funny like growing up there, and like because we lived in the north and my family lived in the south, so every summer we'd go visit my grandma, and it was like a 12-hour car drive
Mhm.
down this like 1-lane road.
Nice. What is Chile famous for as far as food? Seafood?
Seafood, definitely. It's like so cheap down there.
Mm.
So I eat so much seafood when we're down there. Same with Hillary. She loves ceviche.
Oh, that is.
Ceviche is like everywhere.
Ames got excited.
I know. I might get some right now.
Oh, sea urchin. I love eating sea urchin when I'm down there.
Mm-hmm.
That is like you pay like $10 and they give you this giant plate, like giant. And then you eat like one piece of sea urchin sushi in New York is like $18.
I don't think
Yeah,
I've ever
man.
had sea urchin.
Oh, you.
Oh, like fresh sea urchin is like it is an acquired taste because it's like strong.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. What is it compared to as far as like texture and look and smell? Taste?
It's really fatty and like it melts in your mouth.
Okay.
Butter.
So if you have foie gras, it's like fishy foie gras. I think is a better
Okay. I've never
best
had foie
description
gras.
I can give you.
Interesting. I might
Nope.
have to try sea urchin one day.
We went foodie. We went deep there, bro. We got real foodie, real quick.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Dude.
0 to 100.
Yeah, but besides the food, wine, big wine country.
Okay.
Nice.
Nelson, I'm gonna throw this out there. This is what I think you should do. You should
All
start.
right,
you should
I'm
start
listening.
Nelson Puentes, no reservations.
We actually, when we're going to Norway on Sunday, we're bringing a cameraman.
There you go.
There you go,
There you
man.
go.
Genius.
There you go. You called it, Abe.
Yeah.
You
I
called
called
it.
it.
He felt it.
I'm
He
a
felt
freaking
it,
genius, man.
You felt the disturbance in the force. Abe was like, I want to be an investor. Let me move in this.
Let me know how I could get into
Yeah.
this.
I mean,
It's
I'm
like I need that producer credit. He needs a producer credit now.
at least write my name in the
Yeah.
credits. At least.
At least.
We'll get executive producer. You put the idea out there. You went Inception on me.
That's it. I put the karma out there. Let's call it that.
And it worked.
And it
And
worked, man.
brother.
Yeah. Nelson Puentes, no reservations. Boom. I'll do the intro for
Something about that.
Throw
It
me
just
some clips.
it sticks.
Yeah.
It sticks, man.
you. Nice. So why are you bringing a cameraman out there? What's the deal? You just making a little? Were you thinking like a little documentary type deal, or? What's
He's- We're trying to create as much content as we can for
Exactly.
Inverted Gear, and people seem to be interested about my trips.
Yeah.
So
Oh,
it's
yeah,
documented.
man.
Who wouldn't,
Absolutely,
man?
yeah,
Who wouldn't?
man.
Like the travel shows are so popular. They're so
Yeah.
popular, and you don't have to be like this famous actor guy to be for people to be interested in you.
Mm-hmm.
You
But I
just
remember
have to-
like Buddha Jake was doing it for a long time. Like Buddha
Yeah.
Travels.
yeah,
Yeah.
or rolled up, right? Rolled up.
Rolled Up. That was the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
like I mean, I used to watch that all the time.
Yeah, dude, Nelson rolled up. That's it. Take
Yeah,
the
it's
reins.
just-
Re-rolled.
just
Re-rolled.
Still right off the mend. Yeah. I think we're gonna go with Panda Travels.
nice.
Ah,
Panda.
dope.
Oh,
I
Oh.
like that. I like
Panda
that.
Travels. Is Hillary gonna be in it? Because I know she's camera shy.
Oh, she's getting over it.
Oh, really?
Nice.
Okay.
She's getting a lot better with that stuff. And I mean, I think like there's like all these camps have helped a lot. Like she used to be really shy about teaching.
Hmm.
Now she goes in front of like 200 people at a camp and no
Wow.
issues,
That's
teaching for an
crazy.
hour.
Yeah, I mean that can
Yeah, man.
make a big deal.
That'll help you break out of your comfort zone, right?
Sure.
Yeah.
Without
Nice.
a doubt.
Panda Travels. I like
That's
that.
cool, man. I actually really like that name.
Yeah.
Better than
Yeah.
I guess it beats no reservation. You know what I mean?
We'll see. I
We'll
guess we'll see.
The jury's out.
So, are you gonna make this a thing now, or it depends?
We are doing this one episode, this
See
one
how it goes.
video, and then we'll see where it goes. I mean,
True.
there's definitely trips planned for the rest of the year. I gotta see if this works, and then if I have the availability of bringing a cameraman.
Yeah,
Dope.
because that can be a little pricey.
Yeah, like I mean, from now until I think June, we're pretty much taking a trip every 2 weeks.
Nice, man.
Damn.
That's crazy. 0 to
Yes.
100 real quick, baby.
Yeah, so that's a lot.
We're going Norway
Mhm.
next week, and then we come back. We're going to Kevin Sheridan's camp in
Costa Rica.
Costa Rica. If rolling in Costa Rica, we're gonna go in Santa Teresa.
Mhm.
That is another place. It's like one of the most beautiful places you'll ever go,
Mhm.
Dope.
and it's still awesome because it's like super out of the way. Because
Mm.
it's like 5 hours driving from the two major airports in Costa Rica. So you either gotta like take a bus, drive, or you take like a little
Going deep into them jungles.
little punt hopper. It's like
Yeah,
right in the
nice.
peninsula. It's beautiful,
Oof.
Dope.
We got to
and
make it
it's
one day.
always like everything is like so fresh.
Oh,
You go like you order the
wish.
fish. You're like, oh, what fish you have? It's like whatever they caught that day.
Oh, man.
that's the best, man. That's the best.
That is.
Yeah, so that's the trip in February. Then March, I'm planning a trip to Australia, which I'm really excited about because I always wanted to go.
Oh man, me
Nice.
too, man. I've been longing to go to Australia. What part of Australia are you going to?
We're gonna fly into Sydney, and then we're driving up to the Gold Coast. One of my friends that met through Globetrotters, his name is Chad, and he owns a few schools over there, so
Okay.
he's hooking me up with a few seminars.
Dope.
Dope.
I have a friend that is from the Gold Coast. He trains at Southside Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. I think they're affiliated with Lucas Lepre. So
Ooh,
I'll
Look
link you
out.
guys up. He's a cool dude. Cristiano. He has
Alright.
a blog too. He's a nice guy.
Nice.
Do it. Nelson, we gotta go, man.
Yo, thanks for jumping on with us now.
anytime.
Dude,
Like
yeah.
you guys gotta keep doing what you're doing. When you guys pretty close to 100, right?
Yeah, this
we're
is-
we're at the tip.
yeah. There's like 95, I
Ooh.
think.
Right there, man.
Yeah, man. We might have to bring you back
Awesome.
for 100.
No
You let me know.
no
It'll be a
pressure.
pleasure, be an honor.
Of course.
so we
man.
can talk about when you get back. Whenever you get back, then we'll jump on
He
again.
might not be back in time.
That's
We
true.
might have
You
to-
let me know, man.
That's
I'm
true.
flying out of Newark. I'll go straight from the airport.
Hey, there you go.
Dope.
Perfect.
Awesome, man. Well, thank you again
Thank
for
you for
coming
jumping
on
on,
and
man.
blessing this podcast with your entertaining travel stories. Thank you, Nelson.
Oh, you got it.
Hey, take care, brother.
Peace.
Take care.